to her.
And hello and welcome to Racing in Queensland, and welcome racing enthusiasts to our last show of the season, of season 4. And joining me on the panel is Operations Manager from the Magic Millions, Paul Knight, and 3 times Premiership winning jockey and Brisbane Premiership winning jockey, Larry Cassie. First of all, welcome, Paul.
Jess, lovely to be back. How are you, mate?
Mate, it's good to have you on the show. The
Lovely
old
to be
crew,
here.
hey, the old crew are back.
It's lovely to be here. Mate, before we go too far, congratulations too on your marriage recently.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yep, no, thank you very much. It was a lovely day. We got married in Perth, and you know, it was a lovely day, and I'm very lucky. She's a lovely woman. For all the way from
She must
Ireland.
be a very lovely woman, mate.
To tolerate my, well, yeah. Anyway, Larry, welcome.
Thanks, Jess.
Great to have you here. And last week at the Millions, you rode a winner at 25 to 1, and hope the viewers out there had a bit each way on it.
Yeah, that's right. Won the Magic Millions Sprint, so it was good to pop up and ride a big winner on such a great day. And what a fantastic day it was. Unbelievable.
Paul, were you out there?
Mate, I was there, I was enjoying it, and that was a beautiful day.
It was, mate. It was a hot day. I was floating around somewhere out there and got lost amongst the crowd. Now, Larry, as I mentioned viewers last week on the show, I tipped Real Surreal, and I hope you had a bit each way on it, and Bonetta. But I also mentioned that local riders and local trainers usually ride a big 30 to 1 winner, and Larry, you got home on that 30 to 1 winner for Liam Birchley, and tell us how the race pan out for you.
Yeah, look, I got a lovely run. They went very quick up front, and I was able to sort of slot in about 6th, 7th, one off the fence, and you know, sort of coming to about the 400 metre mark, she started to pick the bit up, and I just sort of started to angle out to the outside, and geez, I thought I had 3 links up my sleeve, but when they're a 30, 40 to 1 shot, you don't think they're going to give you that 3 lengths. But she sprinted very quickly and put pay to them, and a soft win in the end. But they actually tell me that that she's way better on a rain-affected track, and the track Saturday was quite firm. So look out for her over the carnival, maybe in a race like the Lightning Handicap.
It's one for the punters to follow on a wet track. Now let's get into it. Paul, race 5 at Eagle Farm.
Race 5.
Race
Already.
5 it is, mate. Have you
Right,
come
mate.
up with something special for us?
Yes, something very special. I've been really studying the form hard for the last couple of hours.
Yeah, as
And
we
I've
do.
come up with the Toby Edmonds trained Spot on Target. It's drawn the barrier 1, Ashley Butler to claim 2.5. First start for Toby. I believe our late friend Howard Wilson, who passed away recently, used to train Spot on Target. So this will be the first start for Toby. It had a barrier trial back in December, came second. So I think first
Drawn
up
the
will be, yeah, first up, drawn the 1, claiming 2.5. Be hard to beat. From number 9, Commandare in the Laurie Mayfield Smith stable. From the 3, Vintage Moss, and for 3rd, number 7, Vintage Moss. For 4th, number 8, Fitness Fanatic, named after you, my friend.
Yeah, you're the fitness fanatic. Now, viewers, just before we go on, you're the fitness fanatic here, Paul. You did ride from Sydney to Brisbane, I believe.
No, Sydney to Surface I rode from.
Oh, Sydney to Surface.
Sydney to Surface.
You couldn't go the other 100.
Don't give me the extra 100 Ks. I don't really deserve that. I only got 990 and not 1,090.
And it's for a great cause, Father Riley.
Yeah, Father Chris Riley's Youth Off the Street program. So I ride that again in May this year, from the 4th to the 10th of May. I'll be riding that one, and just as a little warm-up, I'm doing the Great Ocean Road ride for Compassion Australia down in Melbourne from the, the 10th to the 12th of February.
Now tell me this, and for the viewers at home, if you want to donate, there's a place, the website they can go to?
Yeah, they can go to either, there's a website called 25,000 Spins, which is the Great Ocean Road ride. You can put my name in there, Paul Knight, in the riders, and it'll bring up my details and how to donate there. Or if you want to donate for the Father Chris Riley's Youth Off the Street program, you go to the Sydney to Surface webpage, just type in Sydney to Surface, you'll find in there, and it'll have a donate here. Just throw my name in there and away we go.
So there you go, you can back Paul Knight to ride on the Great Ocean Road, and back him to ride from Sydney to Surface.
It's a monster who'll make it home, my friend.
I'll throw an extra 0 on it if you go to Brisbane.
You're on.
All right, now getting into it, my selections for the race. I like number 9, Commandare here. The form line for this horse looks to be very good. It was only beaten 2.5 lengths behind Saluta, who came out and won the Caulfield Mower, the Magic Millions Guineas, was it?
Yeah. The 3-year-old Guineas he won.
Boy,
for
out of a show of Heartmare too. Great day for Glenn Logan.
Marvellous day. Jets for her. Real saga.
So I'm going to put Commandeer on top with Jeff Lloyd in the saddle. Barrier 6, well drawn. He has the form line to take this out, and I think it's a great each way bet. So number 9, Commandeer on top. From number 11, Spin Row, putting him in for second. Paul Hammersley aboard. Now this did run last week at the coast, beaten a few lengths behind Whisperosa. It looks to be coming into a little bit of form, so I'll be throwing it in for second. Number 12 for third, Aldini, from the David Kelly stable. Now, this is a lightly raced horse. I did watch this horse where it ran second at Grafton. It was very heavily backed at an odds-on favourite. They did have a very high opinion of it. So just keep a little eye on this horse. It's got Harrison on board, well in 2 kilos under the limit. So just have a little bit each way on that as well for a place. And number 5 for fourth, Revitalise. So right now we're going to go to the highlights of the Jockey Challenge. And now after the highlights, we're going to come back, preview race 6, and stay with us during the course of the show where we've got the final of the Dash for Cash over the 100 and see who wins it. But right now, let's preview the form in the highlights in the Dash for Cash.
Get into all the betting action with TatsBet. Go online. Call 13 19 39. Use the smartphone app or visit your local TAB. TatsBet. More action, more places.
And welcome back. And Paul, after the highlights there, who do you fancy?
I think watching their action and that, I'd say Ash Butler would be the favourite there. He's definitely got a good action. Larry, I don't know how you're going to get my friend. I don't like your action and you won't be going to get any of my cash.
I think he needs a good 20 mil of Butte.
I think I need a bit more than that, I think.
Right, well, stay with us over the course of the show, and that's coming up, the final with the boys running down the home straight. It's a great run and a great laugh, so stay with us. Now we're about to preview race 6 over the 1200. Larry, you haven't got a ride in the race. You've only got 4 rides on the day. You're having a sort of a summer break at the moment?
No, not really. I had 5, but one I see didn't pay up. So they're small fields, but 4 rides is enough if I can kick home a couple of winners.
Now, just viewers, I do think you might be a chance of winning the last anyway. Lucky Larry, in the last they do call you, but race 6, if you're to have a ride in the race, who would you be riding?
Yeah, I like Indubious from Len Trelaw's stable, who I'm actually riding another horse for on the day. He's racing in really good form, and it was a really good win last start, and he has the claim of my advance on, and I think it'll be hard to beat.
Geez, wouldn't you love the days to go back and be a claiming jockey?
If I was lighter, yes. Not the way my weight is at the moment, no.
Now, Paul, what have you come up with here?
Jess, I've come up with number 6, Little Longhorn from the Kelly Doherty stable. It's the last start winner up there at Cloundra. Got the Iceman Grant Cooksley on, drawn well. No, it hasn't. It's drawn terrible. It's drawn right outside. What am I doing here? Anyhow, I've got to stick with it. And that's the last start winner. Got the Iceman on there, so bad barrier draw. He'll ride at a treat. Second, I've tipped number 7, Suki. For third, Holy Toledo. And for fourth, Nobody's Boy. What are you taking, Superstar? What are you going to repeat cash up on?
I'll tell you, I found a good bet here. Number 14, La Frison Belle. from the Robbie Heathcote stable.
La Frison Belle.
La Frison. What am I, French? Barrier 4, Damien Brown, Robbie Heathcote. This looks to be a good bet. It's cute as qualified, so they'll be looking for that extra bit of coin. And this horse is 6 beaten behind Caliente. Now, they've got a bit of an opinion on Caliente. I think this horse is drawn to win. It's on the limit. Barrier 4, informed jockey, informed trainer. Very hard to beat. La Frison Belle from number 11, Fusel d'Eve, another tricky name for me. 13, Sister Emma.
This week.
Yeah. I feel like going to Paris, I tell you.
Oui, oui, bonjour, madame.
Oui, oui. And I'm also throwing number 4 for 4th. Now, before we go into it, Paul, it's been the Magic Millions sale down at Bundle there. It's been an absolute cracking sale. The numbers have been up. Gives a bit of figures. You got a bit of figures there for us?
Yeah, got some figures there for you, Jess. For sessions 1 to 4, we turned over 67.5 million, which was up 5 million on the previous year. Yeah. For session 5, we turned over $7.5 million, which was up $500,000 on the previous year, and for the last day we did 1.2 million. So it was a great time.
The boss must have been pretty happy with those sort of figures, and maybe the vendors. And from my taking being at the sale, they said it was hard to get the ones you wanted.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's a lot of buyers there that were trying hard and got pushed out and had to go on to other horses, which all helps the sale.
And tell me this, who was the biggest purchaser at the sale?
Biggest purchaser, Gay Waterhouse.
And how much did Miss Gay spend?
Well, between Gay and Star Thoroughbreds, Denise Martin's syndication group, they bought 48 yearlings for 8.6 million.
Jeez.
It's not a bad day, a few days out, is it?
Jeez, it's not bad if you're taking 10% of the 8.6 million.
Well.
How much in total? 67 million turnover, was it?
67 plus a bit, 7.5 plus another 1.2. Add it all together, Jess, and what do you get?
About 76.
Super work, that. Super work.
I wouldn't mind those sort of millions in my bank account, that's for sure, I can tell you. I'll be playing poker a bit more often. Now, catch us after the commercial. We're going to preview race 7, race 8. We're going to have the final of the Dash for Cash. And also, we're going to have Minute to Win It. So stay with us after the break.
Get into all the betting action with TatsBet. Go online. Call 13 19 39. Use the smartphone app or visit your local TAB. TatsBet. More action.
I feel up. I'm ready to get down. I feel good. Oh, I'm ready to be bad. Turning the world inside out. I'm ready to play. I feel right, so right that I might be wrong.
Experience the Brisbane Racing Club, Eagle Farm and Doomben 48 times a year. It's a carnival every Saturday.
Get into all the betting action with TatsBet. Go online. Call 13 19 39. Use the smartphone app or visit your local TAB. TatsBet. More action, more places.
Welcome back, and we're about to preview the last 2 legs of the Quaddie. As well, we're going to have the final of the Dash for Cash, and what a great laugh and a pretty good call. I think I gave my race calls a bit of a practice out, and I tell you, it came out all right, I reckon. So stay tuned over the course of the next half an hour with the Dash for Cash final. Now, Paul, race 7. What do you like here?
What do I like? What do I think I'm going to tear my money up on?
I'll tell you, you can tear it up on something I'll tip, I'll tell you, because it will win.
Will win? Beautiful.
Will win.
Oh, well, each to their own. I think number 8, Last Gift, will win. Last start ran second on New Year's Day in the Bat Out of Hell over 900 at the Gold Coast. Yeah, right. And the start before that it won at Eagle Farm, so we're back at the farm. I think that's good form, and that coming in there.
It's one on the track.
Yeah, exactly.
Good track, good distance.
Exactly. So I think the 8, Last Gift, for second I've thrown in number 9, Achievements, third 13, Dusty Gold, and for fourth I've thrown in one of your favourites, number 7, Lock It In, Eddie.
No, we wouldn't.
What have you chosen to rip the money up on?
I reckon number 6 here, Morning Captain's a special. I've really liked this horse from the day I saw it win at Doomben on the 27th. It's from the Kelly Dougherty stable. I think it's well in the weights at 56. It's got Barrier 7, Jimmy Byrne in form. I think this horse is a great bet. Putting him on top, he will be favourite. But I think it's a great bet. From number 8, Paul's selection, Last Gift, as well. He also selected one of mine, Dusty Gold. I like it for 3rd, and number 10, Jugulation. Hey?
We almost agree.
That's
just
dangerous.
put them both together, viewers, and that. Just take your first 4, put them all together. There's 6 there. Take it for a half.
Yeah, you're home.
Win a fortune.
Now, Larry, if you're going to have a ride in the race here, it's a tricky sort of race. What would you like to be on?
Well, I think last Gift will struggle with the 1200 being up in class.
Yeah.
And I'm going with you, Jess. Morning captain. He should just be too good for them. He's in nicely at the weights, and has been racing in a lot harder races than this. And I think he'll win.
He'll win. I think he'll definitely be very competitive, and is a great bet.
There you go. I'll have to wait till next season.
But what we've got, I'm just about to show you a lovely yearling here by Casino Prince. But before we go to that footage, we were just having a bit of a discussion here about night racing at the Magic Millions. Now, what do you think of the idea of having the Magic Millions run under lights at the Gold Coast? What do you reckon?
Well, I think it'd be a lovely idea, Jess, but I sell on that Saturday night, which I think's even better.
Well, maybe you sell during the day and race during the night.
Well, yeah, you could try something different. But I mean, I think the Gold Coast would be a fantastic place just for night racing as a whole, and it's a great area down there. Plenty of businesses around. Well, to me, it'd be somewhere that'd be good to race on a Friday or a Saturday night.
For the night and for the nightlife as well. Now, Larry, you've ridden at all tracks. How would the setup of the track be good for night racing?
Yeah, look, the Gold Coast is probably the ideal scenario for night racing. You've got Caloundra, great big track. No one goes there, and Calandra's quite away
as well.
Calandra's too far away from the main hub, where you got the Gold Coast. You're right in amongst it. You got the casino, you got the beach, you've got everything there, all the nightlife. And I think they should be looking to put lights in. Small track, you don't need many lights.
Yeah, absolutely. Cost effective.
Yes.
We can also have a bit of, that sort of lighting there. Solar power, be brilliant because it charges the lights and cost you nice and cheap. Now we're going to have a look at a Casino Prince colt here. It's going to probably go through the June sale, and it's by the first and second leading site in Casino Prince, and we're just going to go and have a little footage of a yearling down at Timor Creek down there in the Hunter Valley. Yeah, well, there he is, a lovely colt there by Casino Prince out of DD Truett, who's by Hurricane Sky. The dam of 4 foals with 3 winners and 1 in town, in being one who was by Street Cry, who actually, funnily enough, went through the Magic Million sale, bought by Patinack.
She did indeed.
So yeah, there, no, she's up for sale. He's up for sale, and we'll probably end up racing him anyway as a group. So send us an email if you're interested at info@racinginqueensland.com. Now we're going to get into it, the last leg of the quaddie. Now this is the last show of season 4. Larry, how do you feel?
I feel real good, especially going last show, last race, Larry.
Last ride.
Righto, there it is. There's the omen for the show. Last, and last. It's going to come first. Now, Paul, race 8. What have you come up with?
No, I couldn't tip Larry. Sorry, mate. I've gone from number 4, Sedative Plus. You'll probably win there. You're right. Last start, it's won this last couple of runs. It's got main advance claiming 2.5. Jumps from the 1. I think it's going to suit it over the 1400 metres. For second, I've thrown in Larry's horse, the 11 Accidental from the Kelly Schweida stable. Third, I've thrown in number 14, Powerful Jet from Helen Page's stable. And for fourth, I've got one named after you, Jess, Play It Straight from the Barry Lockwood stable. Last start winner.
Play It Straight. Well, with this show, we've naturally chipping away here. We're chipping away to get on a big network here. Maybe go international.
They're on a big network.
The biggest in Queensland. Bridge Digital 31. Tune in, 8:30 Friday nights. Now, Larry, what are you riding here? Number 11, Accidental.
Yeah, Jess. Yeah, he's only a 3-year-old, but he's in this class, no metro win race, only because there's no suitable distance for him in the 3-year-old races. If there was a suitable 3-year-old race, he'd be starting favourite. His run the other day was very good against the older horses, and up to a distance from 1200 to 1400, he looks ideally placed, and I'm going to get a nice run. And let's hope last race Larry selects again.
Yeah, well, Larry, there, I think you're going to be very hard to beat myself, but I've checked tip number 13 here with Damien Brown on board. Again, drawn well. I like horses here that have drawn well and are on the limit. They're going to be very competitive in every race. And from the Liam Birchley stable. Now, Larry, you've been riding a bit for Liam. You're not on this one. Any particular reason? Or?
Well, I always ride Accidental anyway, so that's the reason.
And you think it can win. But I do like Right Cheek with Damien Brown from the Liam Birchley stable. The trainer's in form. Damien Brown's in form, barrier 5 on the limit. It's got a lot going for it. From number 11, Larry's Ride Accidental. This will be competitive, as Larry mentioned. It's got all the things going for it. Number 5, Chipping Away from the Toby Edmonds stable. This horse was a bit unlucky at the Gold Coast last start. I have a little bit each way on it, and it should have won. So keep your eye on it with Ash Butler, who's running in the Dash for Cash. It should be worth having a bit each way on. And as well, number 7 for fourth, Go Kingpin, which is named after Paul. So, what do you reckon, Paul? Coming back for the Winter Carnival?
Be here with bells on, my friend. I'll finish my bike rides. Be able to duck in here.
That's if you don't have a heart attack.
I'll be right.
Just get hold of Lance Armstrong. We'll get you his number.
You're gonna, you'll be watching,
what's happening, buddy? I borrow a yellow jersey, son.
I'm sure there'll be a few out there for you to wear. He's got plenty of them. Now, we're going to have the minute to win it. The quick quiz that we have on this show, and we're going to fire away. Are you ready for it? Always catch you unready for this one. All right, let's get into it. The Australian crawl revolutionised swimming. What is known as? Yep.
Freestyle.
Yeah, very good. How many stubbies did David Boone drink on a plane trip from Australia to England? How many?
62.
56.
Damn.
Geez, not a bad effort. I reckon you'd give 62 a touch. What was Australia's first television station?
9.
Oh, geez, you fluked that one, didn't you? Is Australia the largest island in the world?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's 3 times larger than Greenland, which is the second largest island. Waltzing Matilda, translated in German, means what? Carrying a backpack. What does hard yakka mean? Yeah. Paul.
I'm doing some work for a change.
Yeah, tough, hard work. Now, the last question of the day. The oldest skeleton to have been found in Australia was...
In your closet.
I'll give you that one. I'll give Paul the victory. 4-1. There you go. Righto. Now, we're going to go to the final of the Dash for Cash. So let's go to the final of the Dash for Cash.
Get into all the betting action with TatsBet. Go online. Call 13 19 39. Use the smartphone app or visit your local TAB. TatsBet. More action, more places.
All right, here we go. Now we're about to go to the final sprint. It's coming up. Larry, what do you like here? Who do you like in the run?
Well, definitely not myself. I think I'll be.
we got to be honest to the viewers out here. There was an advantage. There were head starts given, weren't there?
There was. The slowest time got a head start. I run the slowest time. I should have run a lot slower, and I would have got a bigger head start.
So we're running like the Stalwart Gift.
Yeah,
yes,
we're Stalwart Gift style here. All right, well, the old team are back, Larry and Paul, and that brings us to another end of the fourth season of racing in Queensland. And Larry, it's great having you on show, and looking forward to the Winter Carnival.
Yep, bring it on.
Bring it on. And Paul, great to have you back on board, and you're going to join us over plenty more shows for the Winter Carnival.
We'll be back again, Jess.
You're going to be back bigger and better. Righto, so we're going to leave you with the final of the Dash for Cash. So remember to join in with the Winter Carnival coming soon. Thank you, good night, and bye for now.
Starters are at the line, they're ready, they take your mark, set, look there, they're off and custody away, well McMahon, look at Tozer going for the run, Holmes, Dusty, Burntail, look at Butler up the rails like a bullet out of a shotgun, Tozer, you got nothing, Butler, too easy from Tozer, McMahon, Cassidy, Holmes, and tailed off is Dusty and Burn.